You can help the planet year-round.
Emily Deem is live in Ashwaubenon with more. Good morning, Em.
Morning, Rachel and Pete. Hi, everyone. We're telling you how you can reduce, reuse, and recycle year-round. So, the 2014 Tri-County Recycle Guide is out, and we are spending the morning at the Brown County Port Resource and Recovery Department, and I'm here with Mark Walter. So, tell me about this. It just came out in April. Why is this beneficial for people? Why should they have it?
Well, this guide covers all sorts of things dealing with recycling and waste recovery and everything else, stuff that you want to keep out of your garbage, out of the landfill. It has tips on here about what kind of material we'd like to see in the recycling stream, what to put in, what not to put in. We've got information in here about some of the specific questions we get asked a lot. There's some ideas there about things we don't like to see or why we can't take certain things in our recycling. There's information about electronics recycling, stuff like Christmas tree recycling, the lights on Christmas trees, and then composting, which is a big part of recycling as well.
And there's something that you can actually get out here that's for sale. Tell me about this compost bin.
These compost bins are available to the public for sale through both the County Resource Recovery Department here and through the University of Wisconsin Extension out on Bellevue Street in Green Bay. This helps reduce the amount of garbage you throw out, how much the garbage would end up in the landfill. You can put yard waste in these, you can put your fruits and vegetable material in here. All that creates beneficial material that can go to your garden. It helps your soil in your garden. And it holds an awful lot of material. You just put it in through the top. It does not have a bottom, it just sits on the ground. And you can stir it up with a pitchfork. When you want to empty it or when you want to use the material, there's a door on the front that slides open and shut. And you pull out the material at the bottom and put that into your garden. And it takes care of a lot of waste in a very beneficial way.
Yeah, and you have one.
I have one I built myself.
That's quite larger.
much larger than this, but it will handle a year's worth easily in about half of it. So I turn it from one side to another, and that handles almost everything I have in my whole yard. Yard waste, grass clippings, leaves, you name it. My neighbors sometimes put stuff in there as well. So, and it just breaks down, turns into soil after about a year's worth of time for the amount of material I have.
You know, a lot of people celebrated Earth Day recently. Yep. But we should be conscious about this, you would say, year-round.
Year-round, absolutely, yes. I mean, this is very important. The less we put into landfills, the more we recycle, the better off we are in the long run.
And I know we were talking about earlier in the 5 o'clock hour, but if you look behind us, you were telling me, Mark, this is just a half of day's worth of material, recyclable material that's collected in our area in Brown County, right?
Yep, this is about a half a day's worth of material that's been dropped off here. So probably 50 or 60 tons worth of material is about a half a day's worth of just from Brown County.
And just by looking at it, he can already see some of the items that should not be in there. So get your 2014 Tri-County Recycle Guide, look in there, see what items you can and you can't recycle. Coming up, we're going to talk about hazardous waste too. This is just a portion out here, so we're going to head back and talk about that in just a little bit. If you want to learn more, go to our website. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, thanks, Em.
You might think you're seeing